Well, let me just tell y'all about me, okay, before y'all start judging him and everything. First of all, I was a single mother. I mean, a teenage mother. I had a baby at 14, 16, and 18. My first child was due to the fact that I was molested. Okay, then I had a father that always compared me to my sister. Always wanted me to be just like her. Why you can't make grades like her? Why you can't do this like her? Why you can't do that like her? Or whatever the case may be. Me and my two sisters grew up in a single parent household. My mom was the caretaker. She took care of us. She did what she had to do to make sure that we were taken care of. But with that being said, she made some mistakes too. But parenting doesn't come with a handbook. My father has always made me feel like I wasn't worth nothing. I was 6 years old, and instead of having me going outside playing or whatever the case may be, he always had me in somebody's books or whatever, and then he would let me play. But also, my father spoiled the hell out of me, and I believe that he was spoiling me, gave me whatever I wanted, so that he wouldn't have to deal with. That was his way of trying to bribe me, I guess, for his parenting. Was my way, was his way of trying to hide the fact that he wasn't there with anything that I wanted. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not like most people. You know what I'm saying? I've known who my father was my whole life. You know what I'm saying? But he was always in and out. He was in the military, or whatever the case may be. He was constantly in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. You know, knew who he was. He called me on my birthdays and all that stuff. Bought me all kinds of stuff that I wanted. And anything I wanted, he got. Then as I got older, he got an attitude with that shit. Well, this stuff happened when when I had 5 kids. I guess I was an embarrassment to him because I had 5 kids before I was 21. Hell, I had 5 kids before I was 19. I had my first child, then had a set of twins at 16, and had another set of twins at 18. So he's never been proud of nothing that I did. Nothing, ever. What I did, it didn't matter to him. It wasn't good enough for him. So because of that factor, then also being molested or whatever the case may be, I turned to other men. I was promiscuous, and you know, I came to think that it was love by the way if a man was treating me like shit. So I've been treated like shit. Been married twice, and some stuff that's been going on that happened to me. I always end up messing with these fuck boys, and they either were mentally abusive to me or physically abusive to me, or they was using me for one thing or another. Now, mind you, I'm a single mother of 5 kids. Then I found my one little shot of happiness I thought was gonna be happy. My first husband. I thank him for that. He showed me um, what it was really like for a man to take care of a woman. Cause I didn't have to work as long as I was with him. He always worked. He always took care of whatever. All I had to do was take care of the kids in the house. Then I had to deal with his overbearing ass mother. His mom always was in our business, always talking shit, and he never really stood up for me. So then he ended up cheating on me. Never cheated on him. And so I've had my stream of good and bad dudes. Mostly bad. I can only 2 dudes, honestly, that's actually been good to me. And I shot him out. Dwayne was one. Um, Dwayne always loved me for who I was. we had a common interest. We like to write poetry, so he would be writing some poetry, and I would write some poetry, and we would share with each other. He worked. He took care of what he needed to take care of. He was a man. You know what I'm saying? Um, then I got this dude that I'm with now. I met him when he was 29 years old. You know, mind you, at the time I was 41. And he was, I had just came back from being on a business trip because I was a traveling CNA and I was on the road all the time, going out of town, going in and out of town um, for my job. And so I met him when I came back in town at a local club where I'm at. And we had a good time. You know what I'm saying? Me and my sister, she came to pick me up from Oklahoma. And we really didn't want to. I was like, shit, I ain't been in the town in a minute and it's a weekend. So shit, let's hit the Legion up. Let's go do that. So we at the Legion, we chilling, we having a good ass time or whatever. I went up to the bar and I was dancing because that's what I like to do. I love to dance or whatever the case may be. And I'm dancing, I'm doing me, yeah, what's up, He came up and started dancing behind me. Well, I started dancing back with him. And he was like, you want to save me a dance? I'm like, yeah. Y'all, to me, he was just the finest chocolate man I had ever seen. He had some big, pretty eyes, deep ass baritone, very white ass voice, pretty ass white teeth. You know what I'm saying? Nice ass smile. Like that's my chocolate baby. I was that shit. Okay. Well, at the time, I didn't know he was 29. I really thought that he was like at the youngest 35 or so. So me and my sister, we chilling or whatever. I brought him up there, yada yada yada, and the rest is history. This man is my best friend. We could talk about anything. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had to take it off my head, my back. We could talk about anything. He never did judge me, and it was there for me, and how it's always have been there for me. No matter what the struggle was, he's been there for me. So, as I stated before, I was a traveling nurse, and anyway, we started dating from there, and we was talking, and I could talk to him about anything, and did tell him anything. He was working. He had his own place. Plus, he was taking care of his kids. And girl, y'all know that it's hard to find a black man that has a job, his own place, a car, and takes care of his kids. Girl, y'all know that shit that's like a diamond in the rough. So I got that. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, I went again out of town for work, and we made it official while I was in St. Louis, and we've been rocking strong ever since. We hardly ever argue. You know what I'm saying? And everything. He take care of me. I'll take care of him. He don't got a problem with making sure that the bills is getting paid. He always be about his business. The problem that I'm having with him at this moment, even though we could talk for hours, y'all. We could talk for hours. Then we got my mother and my sister. They don't have no men. But they're sweet too in their own way. But they started judging him before they even knew him. And that was a problem. You know, I just go back and tell him everything. And so he got to doing that or whatever. So he started getting upset because of the stuff that they were saying. Like, they don't even know me. I don't know why they sit there talking stuff, but whatever. It's like, that's the point. They don't know you. And then he asked me, what you been saying to him? I'm like, I ain't been saying shit to him. You know what I'm saying? They talking because I ain't been saying nothing to them. So ever since then, it's like, he don't go to family functions with me, or of course my family. And, you know, I go to all his family functions with him. But the thing that he says is that my family don't do you like your family does me. No, your mom and your father don't. They don't. They are really sweet. I love the hell out of them. But everybody ain't your family. Everybody ain't your mama and daddy. And everybody ain't you. So we get into most of our arguments because I'll be trying to talk to him, and he'll be like, well, if it was me, this is what I would do. And I ain't been raised like that, and that's not the way that it's going to be. I'm never going to, da 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 da. He's narrow minded. He expects for everybody to do the same thing that he do. Everybody's not going to do the same thing that you do. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with my family. Everybody is, my mama and my sister are not your father and your mother. But you don't seem to think that. So we just got into argument basically over Snapchat because he's at work. Because he's like, I feel like you sit there saying, fuck me. Your mom and them is sending subliminal shots at me or whatever the case may be. Okay, so my daughter broke up with her boyfriend of 9 years. And we were just sitting there talking, right? My mama was drunk. So, and I'm not saying that's an excuse, but she goes, well, in this family, us women, we did what we supposed to do. We took care of our kids, and we did what we were supposed to do, or whatever the case may be. And we was like, fuck a nigga. Well, my man takes it offensive. Like, and she said, no offense to you, or whatever the case may be. Why are you taking it offensively? And then you talking about you feel like they being disrespectful, or whatever the case may be. Now, mind y'all, don't nobody come see me, y'all. Nobody comes to see me. All these people that claim to be my friends, or whatever the case may be, they don't come see me. You know what I'm saying? Or they come over when, you know, when I say something, or when I get to see getting upset, then you want to come over and see what's up. When that's not the way it's supposed to be. So, like I said, don't nobody come see me. So it's a surprise when people come see me. Well, for the past almost month, 3 weeks to a month, y'all, my mama been coming over a lot because I had surgery on April 8th. And so she been coming over trying to make for sure that I'm good and I'm okay, taking care of her baby, you know. And yeah, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, this is I didn't see my mother and my sister more than I ever have. Since in the 3 years that me and him been together. You know what I'm saying? They done been over here. And I know it's because, one reason is because mom wanted to take care of me and want to make for sure shit is cool. But the other reason is that mama will get drunk and go to people's houses and get to talking shit and whatever, which then cause her to get kicked out a lot. And mama refuses to hear, like, mama, you need to stop doing that. But he comes to me, he's like, if my people was doing you like your people are doing me, then I would tell them that they can't come over here no more if you can't respect my woman. Which, you got a point there. But you seeing these subliminal shots that you feel like is being made towards you, and look, I'm not seeing that. My cousin was in town. One of my favorite cousins was in town. Because my uncle's sick. So she came in to see her father. And so we was reminiscing, just talking or whatever. So I'm not really paying attention to these subliminal shots that he claims is being thrown at him. Because what I've seen when they come over here, they be very respectful. They be saying hi, they speak to him or whatever. Now behind closed doors, I don't know what the fuck they saying. That ain't my business. I know what they just said towards me. They feel like he's controlling me. And I don't feel like he is. I've never felt like he was controlling me, y'all. Never. On up until today, when he's want me to tell my mother and my sister that they can't come over here no more because they can't respect him, or he says that he's gonna leave his own house if they can't respect him. He ain't gonna engage, but you don't engage as it is. You don't. The last time that you really been around my family and just really was kicking it was when we all went to Miami. Was supposed to be going on that cruise, that me and him didn't end up going on because of some fluke shit. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you don't go to the family functions. You don't, when my aunties or my cousins is having a little get together at the house, you don't show up. You don't come. But yet I've been at every one of your little get togethers at your family's house. Mind you, I have been cooking and cleaning, helping you take care of your kids. I go out here and go get my own money. I ain't in your pockets. I'm trying my best to do the best that I can for myself. And mind you, like I said, he is my best friend, y'all. We can sit and talk for hours, like literally hours. We'll be talking so much that before we know it, shit, 4 hours didn't pass by. For hours, y'all, just talking. He's been there for me when I'm at my most vulnerable moments. He's been there. You know, but at this point now, I'm starting to feel like you don't feel like how much do you really love me? Because even if your family was doing that, I still would not have, I would never ask you to ask your mother or your father to not come over to our house. I would never tell you that. I would never put you in a position that you would have to be in a position to where you have to tell your mother and father that they can't come over. I never do that to you. I never have. He's never cheated on me. Y'all, when I tell you that this man works his ass off to take care of his kids and to make sure that I'm happy, he do. But he's so fucking narrow minded. He expects for everybody to be like him, and everybody's not gonna be like him. He is so sensitive. He thinks that the whole world is attacking him. And I mean, and that's an understandable ploy because black men around the world are being attacked. You know what I'm saying? They being attacked by the police officers. They suspicious before you just because. You know what I'm saying? They got the police officers to deal with, they got the real world to deal with, then they have to come home and have to deal with that shit too. Bullshit. But I've never been a nagger. Been together for almost 3 years and I've never been a nagger to him. I've never been a nagger to him. I've never questioned anything and I've always followed. The Bible says that you're supposed to submit to your husband. He's not my husband, but they all say that you're supposed to submit. Common law, he's my husband. You know, I never put him in that position. But he's a good dude, y'all. I love him to death. But I'm just like, how are you going to try to make me choose between you and the woman that brought me life? Now, mind y'all, I done got into it, arguments and all kinds of shit because of my mother and my sister's preconceived notions that because I'm an older woman and he's younger that he would just want me for my money, or because they think that he's trying to control me when he's not, because I don't want to go out and kick it and hang out all the time. You know what I'm saying? With them. There's a reason for that. I don't want to go out and kick it and hang out all the time because I enjoy my peace. I don't enjoy a lot of drama and I'm not about to be around it. So I'm just like, yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I love this man. Never put his hands on me. Never. He is truly, y'all, truly my best friend. And I am truly, truly in love with this man. I am. But what's starting to irritate me is these preconceived notions. He's so damn sensitive. He thinks that the world is trying to attack him. He thinks that everybody's trying to attack him. So, but the thing is how much do you love me? You can't deal with my people for 2 hours. You can't deal with them for 2 hours. They gonna go home after that, and then it's just me and you. So how much do you love me? Then the other thing is, your cousin did what he did. You know what he did, and then try to start it again with us while we was at the casino trying to enjoy ourselves. I love him with all my heart. But I try to talk to him, y'all. I really do. I try to talk to him. And be like, trying to talk to him or whatever. But when he got his mind made up, there's no turning back. There's none. Then I keep praying, like, Lord, if this man is supposed to be my husband, if this is a man that you want me to be with, then there's got to be some things that change. Now, y'all, I ain't perfect. Don't get it twisted. I'm not. I'm not perfect at all. You know what I'm saying? When we first got together, I had my own preconceived notions about him. You know what I'm saying? I thought for sure that he was living with his mama. I didn't expect him to be the type of father that he is to his kids. Um, I didn't expect him to be in their lives. Not to mention, I done dealt with your baby mama and her shit, and I ain't left you. But I can't talk to him about this, y'all. But I can't. I want to. So all I can do is pray. But I want. Am I wrong? Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. Am I wrong for feeling some type of way about him seeing that he doesn't want my mom and mainly my mom, but to come over here because he feels disrespected? And I don't get it twisted, y'all. I didn't check my mother on several occasions. I got into an argument with my mother and my sister over him on several occasions. Like to this day, they think that the reason why I don't go out is because he's keeping me in here. No, he's not keeping me in here. I decided I don't go out because I choose not to go out. I'm 44 years old, man, and everything that's in them streets, I already been there, done that. All I want is him. I'm helping him take care of his kids. I cook. He tapped me on my shoulder. I never tell him no. I'm everything. And he comes to me, he says how much he appreciates me and all that. And he don't ask for much, he lives by a certain principle. Loyalty, sex me, feed me, and everything else is blurry. No, he don't want me to cook every day. He don't expect me to because he knows that I work. But he tells me that he appreciates when I do cook. So again, am I wrong? Because you can't sit here and deal with my people for a couple hours. And y'all don't know how bad it hurts when my family has family functions or whatever and he don't show up. And they asking me, why Shamari ain't here? Why he ain't here? Why he ain't here? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to do no more, man. Cause I've tried everything I can. I've tried to talk to him and let him know, look, that's just the way that they are, but that's not the way that I feel. But I feel like he's villainizing me because of what my people are doing. Just like he always tells me, oh, well, I'm a bad guy now. I'm always the bad guy. telling me that I'm the bad guy. I'm always the bad guy. No, you're not the bad guy. You just narrow minded, man. You don't sit there and try to put yourself in these other people's shoes that you feel are being wrong to that are wronging you. Like you see it one way and one way only, and there's no changing your mind. You know, you a good ass man. Like y'all, I have a good ass man, and that's a lot for me dealing with the dudes that I've ever all the dudes that I dealt with. You know what I'm saying? They, like I said, they either use me, abuse me mentally or physically, and this man ain't done none of that. He treats me like a queen. What if he got it, I got it, or whatever the case may be. He's always been that way, but he can't get past. He always that somebody's talking about him, or that they saying stuff and it's a shot at him. It's not like that. Not everybody's worried about you. You know, am I wrong? Y'all gotta help me, cause I don't want to sit here and mess up a good thing or the blessing that God has given me. But at the same time, I'm not trying to sit here and waste my time with somebody that can't seem to get past what other people are saying. That's my mother and my father, or whatever. And I can't really say nothing about my father because he don't mess with me anyway. But that's not the way I feel. I've never treated him like he was a child. I've never treated him or been disrespectful to him. I've always treated him like he is the man of the household because he is. You know, am I wrong? Because y'all, I'm desperate because at this moment I'm really wanting to just get up, pack my shit, and leave. But I don't want to mess up a good thing that God has given me, and He is a good thing. Like I said, we don't hardly ever argue. It's just when we do argue, it's always one sided. It's never two sided. I'm lost.